Morning children, Sairam. Now today in history we shall proceed with a new chapter. In the previous chapter we have learnt about the events that had taken place after 1960s. Okay, and we have also learnt about the various decades, that is the 1960s, 70s, 80s, changes that had taken place after 1991, the different prime ministers that ruled our country, and also the political, economic and social developments that were brought about in that period. But as the country was independent and was developing slowly, afterwards it also had to face in turn various internal challenges. Now, which were those challenges that we are going to learn today in our lesson, India's internal challenges. Okay. Now, this is part 1, and in this part 1, we are going to learn about the two topics, that is the unrest in Punjab and the issues of Northeast India, right? So now let's begin with the first topic, that is the unrest in Punjab. Now, what kind of unrest was there in Punjab? Akali Dal was the major political party in Punjab during that time, and this party in 1973 it passed a resolution. What was that? Anandpur Sahib resolution. So Anandpur Sahib resolution was passed by Akali Dal in 1973. Now, what was this resolution? In this resolution, this Akali Dal had put forth certain demands. Okay. Now, what were the demands of the Akali Dal? First thing it mentioned was Chandigarh should be made a part of Punjab. So, the first demand of theirs was to make Chandigarh as a part of Punjab. Second, it demanded for the Punjabi speaking parts in other states should be included in the state of Punjab. So, the Punjabi speaking parts in the other states which were there, they should be also included in the state of Punjab. And then third, it demanded for recruitment of people from Punjab in the Indian army should increase. So, the appointment of people, Punjabi people in the Indian army should be increased, should be more. And then it demanded more autonomy should be given to the state of Punjab. So, more authority or the power should be given to the state of Punjab. Okay. So, these were the demands which were put forth by the Akali Dal. Now, Akali Dal, it came to power in Punjab in 1977. As it came to power, while taking charge, they asked for larger share of river waters for Punjab. So, along with those demands, this was also one demand of giving larger share of river water to Punjab. They also put forth a demand as Amritsar should be given a status of holy city. Along with the remaining demands, they also put forth this demand to consider Amritsar as it should be given a status of holy city. Okay. Next, so in 1980, the movement for independent Khalistan took root in Punjab. So there was again a demand for independent Khalistan as an independent state. It started taking roots in Punjab. Now, during that period, the Akali Dal leader was Harcharan Singh Longowal. So, Harcharan Singh Longowal, he was the leader of Akali Dal during this period, wherein the movement for Khalistan had started taking place. He used to direct his activists from the Golden Temple to stage protest. So, what he used to do? He used to direct the activists to carry on protest. Okay, from the Golden Temple, he used to direct the activists to stage the protest for the same. On the other side of the Golden Temple, armed followers started gathering around. So, whereas on the other side of the Golden Temple, we would see that there were armed followers. They started gathering around the staunch Khalistan supporter. During that time, the person who supported this Khalistan movement was Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale. Okay, he was a staunch supporter of this movement. Bhindranwale was arrested in 1991. So you'll find that during that period the terrorist activities had begun, and Bhindranwale was further been arrested for this in 1991. Now what was the reason for his arrest? He was accused of the murder of newspaper editor. Okay, so he was been arrested for the murder of newspaper editor Lala Jagannath Narayan. Okay, Jagat Narayan. Yes, so he was being accused for the murder of the newspaper editor Jagat Narayan. After this incident, what happened when Bhindranwale was arrested, the situation became more worst. And due to these developments, President's rule was started in Punjab in 1983. So we could see that because of that, the President rule was implemented in Punjab in 1983. Bhindranwale, he went to stay at a religious place called Akal Dal. Okay, so he went to stay at a religious place named Akal Dal, and Bhindranwale captured the Golden Temple and built a barricade of sandbags over there. So Bhindranwale, as he was carrying out his terrorist activity, what did he do? He captured the Golden Temple and built a barricade of sandbags over there. Yes, and further the area looked like a fort. So as it was covered by barricades all sides, the area there looked like a fort. This greatly disturbed the peace in Punjab. As a result, the peaceful atmosphere in Punjab started getting disturbed. And again, this was a major challenge for Indian democracy. Okay, so the Indian internal challenge which India had to face was this. Was an internal challenge for Indian democracy. How to stop this activity of the activists. So there was an Operation Blue Star. Now what was that? The main task of getting the terrorist out of the Golden Temple was entrusted to the Major General Kuldeep Singh Brar. So an Operation Blue Star was been launched. A military activity was started wherein the main task of getting the terrorists out of the Golden Temple who had taken shelter in the Golden Temple, they need to be removed out from there. So the major task was entrusted to General Kuldeep Singh Brar. On the morning of 3rd June 1984, the mission Operation Blue Star started. So this mission Operation Blue Star started on the morning of 3rd June 1984. The operation ended on 6th June. So it started on 3rd June and it ended on 6th June. That means it carried out for 3 days. And in this military operation, the Indian Army functioned with great restraint. Okay? Worked very actively. Functioned with great restraint. Now the operation ended with the death of Bhindranwale and other terrorists. So how was the operation stopped? At last Bhindranwale was killed. Okay, he was killed in this activity in this and then also the remaining terrorists. And later in 1986, an operation had to be conducted against terrorists in the Golden Temple once again. So once more in 1986, an operation was conducted against the terrorists in the Golden Temple. And what was that next operation called as? It was called as Operation Black Thunder. After this action was taken, the process of establishment of peace in Punjab picked up a momentum. So after this Operation Black Thunder, you will find that the process of establishment of peace in Punjab picked up a momentum, got importance. So we have learned in the first part, that is an unrest in Punjab. We have seen about how the activists had taken shelter in the Golden Temple and there were certain demands were put forth by the Akali So a separate status and independent status for Khalistan was demanded. Then the holy Amritsar should be given a status of holy city. This were the demands put forward, and how Bhindranwale, who was been killed in Operation Blue Star. Yes. So now let's learn with the next topic, that is the issues concerning Northeast India. Now which were the issues concerning Northeast India? So you'll see children, Northeast India, it consisted of the 8 states. Now which were the 8 states included in Northeast India? Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. Okay, these were the places included in the Northeast India. Then international borders of India touch each of the states to varying extents. So the international borders of India, that each of these states. Okay, and these states are different with respect to ethnicity, language and cultural diversity. As we talk of India as a multi-religious, multilingual country, so these states were different with respect to ethnicity, language and cultural diversity. So the first Prime Minister of independent India took the lead in bringing the tribes living in these areas into the mainstream of the country. Now, who was the first Prime Minister? Yes, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He took the lead to bring the tribes, okay, living in these areas into mainstream of the country. And in 1954, he formed the Northeast Frontier Agency. So in 1954, an NEFA was formed, that is the Northeast Frontier Agency. Now what did it consist of? It consists of area comprising of the territories on the Sino-Indian border and the tribal areas towards the north of Assam. So under Northeast Frontier we had the areas, the territories of the Sino-Indian borders and also the tribal areas towards the north of Assam. So Nehru took the position of bringing about the development of hundreds of tribes in these parts with preserving their culture. See, he thought of bringing people together by also preserving their tradition, their culture accordingly. And special provisions have been made with respect to these areas in the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution. So in the 6th schedule of Indian Constitution, a special provision has been made for these various tribes who had been brought about and settled down to these areas. In 1965, the responsibility of administering this area was given to the Ministry of External Affairs. So in order to administer these areas, the responsibility was given to the Ministry of External Affairs. Yes. Next, the Northeastern Council Act of 1971. Now what is the Northeastern Council Act? It was supposed to advise the central government regarding aspects of common interest in economic and social spheres, interstate transport, electricity, flood control, etc. So this Northeast Council Act of 1971, it was just an advice to the central government regarding the various issues related to common interest of all in economic and social spheres, and also interstate transport and electricity, flood control, etc. So children, today we have learnt about the 2 topics in our lesson, internal challenges, wherein we have learnt about the unrest in Punjab, and also we have learnt about the issues related to Northeast India. Further, we are going to study about the states which are included in the Northeast India in detail. Okay. So now let's do the activity of what we have done just now. Now, Akali Dal asked for holy city status for what? For Amritsar. Yes. Then Bhindranwale went to stay at religious place called Akal Takht. At which religious place he went to stay? Yes, at Akal Takht. In 1984, conducted against terrorists at Golden Temple. What was that operation called as? Operation Blue Star. Okay. So, children, we shall stop here for today and we will proceed with the next part of our lesson in our next class. Till then, thank you.